Hello, I'm Elias Pisot, and what most people don't seem to realize is that there are multitudes in which you can speak your native language. There are so many different dialects and accents and tricks that you can use in order to speak your language in a more nuanced way or a less nuanced way. And it's a pity that more people do not explore the infinite potential of their native language, because it's truly one of the most beautiful, most rewarding things you can do in order to understand the origin of your mother tongue or whatever tongue you're interested in. Like, this isn't just the case for mainstream languages like French, Spanish, or English, which are languages spoken in completely different parts of the world, completely separated by time zones and whatever. This is also relevant, extremely relevant for smaller languages. Like, for example, Romanian. The accent in the north of Romania, in Moldova, is completely different. It's like a completely different language than the language that is spoken, the accent with which they speak Romanian in Bucharest, which is the capital. If you go further south, if you can, there's a different accent as well. If you go east, there's a different accent. If you go west, there's a different accent. There are so many different ways that you can speak the Romanian language, even though it has only like 20, maybe 30 million speakers. It's such a niche language, but there are so many ways that you can speak it. If you're a native English speaker, for example, you are now listening half Romanian, half Spanish accent of English. My mother's from Romania, my father is Spanish. I got both of the accents while speaking English. Maybe it's a neutral accent. I haven't yet decided or found out. It kind of sounds like a Finnish accent, maybe like a Scandinavian accent, because it's such an interesting combination of the Iberian Peninsula, I think, and the Balkan Peninsula. It's interesting, and there are basically infinite ways that you can speak any language. There are so many different accents, and basically every single person speaks their language in a different way. I don't speak English like you speak English. I don't speak Romanian like my friends speak Romanian, and I don't speak, of course, I don't speak Spanish, which is Spanish from Spain, as someone from a different part of Spain would speak, or even like how my family speaks Spanish. Everybody speaks Spanish, Romanian, English, French, Portuguese, Italian, German in a different way. You don't even need the actual blatant changes of regions and countries and different continents or whatever. You don't need them. They're completely unnecessary because everybody intuitively speaks the language in a different way. So if you truly want to actually get a deeper understanding of what makes your language or another language or whatever language more special, then listen to different accents. You're currently doing it, and I guarantee you that if you were a native English speaker, American, British, whatever, Australian, or even just Romanian or Spanish or whatever, and listen to a different accent of English, a different way that English can be spoken, you'll get a deeper, better, more nuanced understanding of the English language. Even though maybe you're not interested in it, but you still get that benefit. If you listen to more voices in any language, that's how you actually get a better understanding of them. And my preferred way of actually doing this is listening to multiple people. For example, with English, you have so many different options. Like you can listen to a British accent, to an American accent, to an Australian accent, and they're all so varied and different. Especially because each region in like the UK, in the United States, and Australia has different ways. There are so many different ways of speaking. How can I say it? I forgot I forgot what it's called. A lingua franca like English. There are so many different ways to speak. I don't know. Goddamn Swahili. Whatever your native language is, you can find a very cool way to speak it, adopt it even, and even actually kind of understand where your way of speaking comes from. If you have an accent from this region in Spain, let's say Catalonia, I don't know how you say it in English, and you listen to another person speaking Spanish with that accent, then you understand your accent better because you see it in another person and you also see it reflected within yourself. There are so many benefits to doing this. Just listen to multiple voices. See how they roll their tongue while speaking, while making a certain sound. See their biological, geographical limitations or gifts when speaking a language. There are so many ways of doing this, and so many benefits that can be extracted from it. The only thing you need to do is to find resources, listen to them, and acknowledge the beauty, the different beauty in the foreign accent. Or your native accent. I'll see you later.